Okay, I'd like to call to order the October 20th, 2022 meeting of the City of Middletown Industrial Development Agency. Our roll call.
David Madden.
Here.
Wayne Hawkins.
Here.
Andrew Brito, absent. Anthony Cantoli.
Here.
Joseph Stefano, absent.
Since we are a committee of the whole, we are going to break right now and conduct the business of the IDA's Finance Committee. Moving on to that agenda, new business for the Finance Committee is a presentation of the 2023 budget. Ms. Liz.
Forgot. Hi, good afternoon. In front of you, you have the budget for the IDA. We are proposing to adopt the 2023 budget. We have here a total of $12,060 for revenue. That is projecting about 6 to 8 projects for 2023. For your expenses, you have a total of $10,375, of which $8,000 is for professional service contract. That's based on the projects. $125 for supply and material. We have here also other non-operating expenses. That's for insurance. That's a total of $2,250. Along with that, you'll see the 2024 through 2026 proposed budgets, but today's meeting is to pass a resolution to adopt the 2023. Any questions?
No one with a question for Ms. Liz? Okay. We're going to need a resolution to move the proposed budget to the full board for approval. I'm going to read that resolution now. Whereas the chairman, executive director, and treasurer of the Middletown Industrial Development Agency have approved and submitted an itemized statement in writing of the estimated revenues and expenditures of the Middletown Industrial Development Agency for the fiscal year January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023, and estimated budgets through 2026. And whereas the estimates are entered in full in the minutes as attached to this resolution, and now, therefore, be it resolved and ordained that the Middletown Industrial Development Agency does hereby approve and adopt the aforesaid annual budget and authorize submission to New York State Authority Budget Office through the Paris. I need a motion to move this forward.
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Hawkins. A second.
Second.
Mr. Cantoli, thank you. Any questions or comments? A roll.
David Madden.
Yes.
Joseph Stefano, absent. Andrew Brito, absent. Wayne Hawkins.
Yes.
Anthony Cantoli.
Yes.
That should conclude the Finance Committee's agenda for today. I need a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Mr. Cantoli. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Hawkins. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We return now to the IDA's agenda. And number 2 on our agenda is the approval of minutes. It's just a little typo there. The minutes were for September 20th, 2022, and the minutes are included in our packet. You've all had an opportunity to check those minutes. Is there any questions or comments about them? I need a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Mr. Cantoli. A second. Thank you, Mr. Hawkins. Do we need a roll?
No.
No?
Yes.
All, yes.
Okay.
Roll.
Madden.
Yes.
Hawkins.
Yes.
Brito, absent. Cantoli.
Yes.
Stefano, absent.
That moves forward. Treasurer's report has already been done. We're satisfied with that. Bills and communications?
None this evening.
Any unfinished business from last month?
No unfinished business.
We have new business, a presentation by Polycraft Industries in an application for IDA benefits. I believe that there is a presentation that
we're here, the whole team together, to elevate how we are working as a team. Because if you don't work as a team, it's not going to work. Everyone has to use all their strengths together to build something big.
These guys are great.
Descubre lo que
posible, discover what's possible, and lastly, levanta la vara, raise the bar.
1, 2, 3, go!
Today we unveil Polycraft's shared values. Take pride. Step into support. Make it happen. Discover what's possible and then raise the bar. And today we are raising the bar.
For 30 years, Polycraft Industries has been known as a printer, converter, and laminator of fine, flexible packaging. Under the leadership of Ezra Leibowitz, the Polycraft client has grown to include a prestigious roster of manufacturers. The company has experienced steady growth over the past 7 years, growing from 1 building to 2 and tripling the number of employees and revenue. To continue raising the bar, Polycraft must move from its current location in Hauppauge, which is too small for the company's needs. A Middletown property has been selected. The project is a phased project. Phase 1 will acquire the 6.4-acre property in Middletown, where Polycraft will build a 72,000 square foot production facility and warehouse. Equipment purchases to include a new pouch machine, interlock machine, and digital presses will increase the company's capacity to solicit and deliver on larger contracts. In 2 to 3 years, Polycraft anticipates raising the bar again to renovate and repurpose an existing 28,000 square foot building that is currently leased and may consider another equipment investment to further increase capacity. Phase 3 will acquire an adjacent piece of vacant land large enough to build a 40 to 50,000 square foot facility. With room to grow, Polycraft will invest in new equipment such as digital presses that can easily print variations in small quantities. This will allow a client more flexibility and the ability to package promotional or specialty items cost-effectively. Multiple machines will allow Polycraft to go after larger, more lucrative contracts, making the company more competitive. As a member of the World Resources Institute, Polycraft is committed to developing environmentally conscious packaging made from compostable films and resins from recycled or renewable materials. In its new research lab, Polycraft will be able to experiment with new ways to use these materials efficiently. With added warehouse space, Polycraft will be able to purchase these expensive raw materials in bulk and make sustainable packaging more cost-effective and attractive to clients. Polycraft looks forward to hiring and training talent from the Middletown area. The project will retain 85 New York State jobs and create 35 new jobs with salaries ranging from $40,000 to $104,000. To satisfy an ambitious timeline, Polycraft has already begun the local approval process with the City of Middletown Planning and Zoning Boards. An EAF has been submitted and is expected to receive a negative declaration. Fall of 2022 will include finalizing the project financing. Polycraft anticipates completing the property acquisition in the first quarter of the new year and applying for building permits. Construction will conclude about a year later, culminating in a certificate of occupancy and a facility ready for the installation of new equipment. Polycraft looks forward to moving to Middletown at the end of 2024 and begin hiring at the beginning of the new year, 2025. The project is budgeted at slightly over $27 million. Funding comes from a variety of sources, including a 1031 exchange, bank financing, and a CFA application applied for in the current round.
You have the updated. Okay.
Thank you. We have Rudy Zoda here from Bleakley Platt. He's going to be helping the IDA, he's the IDA's counsel on this project. I don't know if we have any questions for Mr. Zoda. And we also have members from Polycraft here as well. So if we have questions for them.
John McGowan is here from, our attorney from Bleakley.
John McGowan.
Yep,
We also have John McGowan here also from Bleakley Platt.
yes. So let me first say, as you saw in the video, they presented that they're moving to the city of Middletown. They purchased the location at Industrial Place, 36-60 Industrial Place. They have gone through the planning board, and they received approval from the City of Middletown Planning Board. I also want to thank Orange County Partnership. I know Colin is here. They brought this project to our city, and we've been working with them as well, and all the folks from Polycraft. So this is an opportunity to begin the process to advance the application. I'm going to have our attorneys explain the inducement resolution, but also, if you do have any questions right now about their operation, please, you may ask, and I'm sure they'll be happy to answer any questions you have.
One clarification, Marie.
Yeah, you can step up. Yep.
I think you summarized it perfectly. My name is John Capello. I'm an attorney with Jacobitz and Gubitz, and I'm here with Ezra Leibowitz, who you heard of on the video, and saw him make paper cars, which is not what we're doing, but he's the CEO. Desley Pananther's the COO, and Jim Dean, the controller, who can answer any specific questions. The only one thing I just wanted to clarify, they haven't closed on the property. They do have their approvals from the planning board, but they intend to purchase the property hopefully sometime early next year.
Yeah, I apologize for that. So because the application does call requesting mortgage tax exemption.
Yes.
Thank you for that clarification.
Can either of you gentlemen from Bleakley Platt maybe just kind of talk us through a little bit about the inducement resolution?
Good afternoon. My name is Rudy Zoda. I'm from Bleakley Platt and Schmidt, and we prepared this inducement resolution for you this evening. It basically just sets forth what the applicant is requesting, the address of the project, what the project entails, how much of a sales tax benefit they're requesting, the amount of the mortgage and the mortgage tax exemption that they're also requesting, and also sending forth that they will be applying for a pilot agreement to reduce the property taxes. After, not to go too fast, but once the inducement resolution is approved and signed, then we will prepare a public hearing notice, and then if that proceeds without any opposition, or the board still wants to move forward, then we would have a authorizing resolution at a later meeting, and then we would start working with the applicant on compiling all of their checklist items that we would need, organizational documents, insurance, title searches, things of that nature, to take it forward to closing. But the inducement resolution is basically just saying, yes, we are aware of your project, we're interested in your project, and we're going to look at it more closely, but nothing is finalized until the authorizing resolution.
Any questions for Mr. Zoda?
I have a couple of questions. I'm just curious. Is there any other funding coming from the county? Any other tax breaks that the county's giving?
No, you can't use the county IDA for, we're using our IDA, the city of Middletown, so the county cannot come in with their
Okay.
IDA, so,
Okay,
yeah, that's how that,
okay. My other question is, you're moving to Middletown, so that building, you're not keeping any of your operation in Long Island, everything comes to Middletown?
Correct. Yeah. As Leibowitz, we're gonna.
Can you please step up to the microphone?
We have a 3-year lease, 2-year with an extension in Long Island. So we have to locate a property because we have to be out of there for 3 years. So yeah, we're planning to move over. We're in 2 facilities over there. Our lease is up, and we're going to relocate everything over there and grow. We want to buy new machinery and expand on that.
So the equipment that you have there, will you be moving that here and then buying additional equipment or replacing some equipment or?
Correct. Some of the older, we're going to replace with newer, innovative equipment that is going to require more skilled laborers. And some we're going to bring along. Some of them are fairly new. We purchased half a year ago. Some of them we have the presses, which are the main machines. We have 3 currently, which we plan to move in this building with 4, which is 1 new one on top of what we have, but we're planning to replace one of that with a newer one. And then we have a pouch machine, which we're bringing along. We're going to have 2 additional over here, some laminators and bag machines. I don't know if you're familiar. We have about 15 bag machines. Some of them we're going to leave over there, but we're going to replace it with new ones over here.
And the employees that you currently have, will some of them be relocating or just?
I'm hoping to get about 30%, so we don't have to change the whole workforce. But as of now, we might have to get all of them new ones, to replace them. Some of them are going to come along, but for the most part, we're going to have to find local, skilled, good laborers, managers, and a lot of mechanics that we're going to need from over here.
And when you do your expansion, your construction, do you look to use local people if they're skilled?
Of course.
Or,
That's part of
of
it.
course, within reasonable price, but.
Correct. Yes, we plan to keep everything local. It's faster, easier. They know the town. They know what we need to do. So that's our goal.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Other questions?
I'm good.
No further questions for either the Polycraft or our own attorneys?
I just want to mention, Mr. Chairman, that the application, the inducement resolution, everything is posted on our website, has been posted. All the board members received as well. And the application, full application is on our website under the city website and the IDA portion of the city website.
Thank you.
Yep.
Ready to move forward?
I think so.
All right. No further questions? All right. So we have an inducement resolution regarding the proposed Polycraft Industries project. To accept the application, authorize a public hearing with respect to the project, and a description of the forms of financial assistance being contemplated by the agency. Need a motion to accept this resolution?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Hawkins. A second.
Second?
Thank you, Mr. Cantoli. A roll.
Madden,
Yes.
Stefano absent, Brito absent, Hawkins,
Yes.
Antoli.
Yes.
Motion passes. Moving on now, we have a resolution to accept the 2023 budget and estimates through 2026 that was presented to us during our Finance Committee meeting, and we need to authorize submission to New York State through the Paris system. Need a motion to move that?
Motion to accept?
And second? Second. Thank you. Roll.
Madden,
Yes.
Stefano absent, Brito absent, Hawkins,
Yes.
Cantoli.
Yes.
Resolution passes. That concludes our business today. I need a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Hawkins. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Cantoli. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.